Hi there, and welcome back to Spiritual Sage Astrology. I am really happy to have you here with me today. Today, I want to get into another basic of astrology before I move into the next series. I wanted to cover, well, first of all, I'd like to say that astrology is an ancient science. It is not pseudoscience. So I wanted to bring that out once again. And I want to start with saying that everybody is familiar in astrology with their sun sign for the most part. And that sun sign represents the father, the soul, essentially. I mean, there's much more to it, but I just wanted to bring out that just knowing your sun sign is not enough. Now, if you don't have the time or the desire to go further and deeper into astrology, just knowing the 3 main signs in your natal chart will help greatly. They will give you a better understanding of yourself and others, and the sun sign alone is definitely not enough to really understand yourself and others on a deeper plane. But if you have a good understanding of the 3 main signs in your natal chart, and you don't have time to get deeper and with astrology and have some fun going there and learning about it, these 3 signs will be really helpful to just have that basic understanding. So that's what I wanted to touch on first before we go into the next series. So your sun sign, once again, is your most familiar sign. The father represents the father, the soul. The rising sign, which we did that series already, it's how you're seen initially. Some people say, I think Carl Jung was one of them, that talks about it being the mask, your mask that is shown to people when they initially meet you or see you. And then there is the moon sign, which represents your mother, and it is the hidden self that people don't usually see until they get to know you on a deeper level. It's your emotions, and it really is the part of you in your home, in your in that kind of environment. So I wanted to bring that out before we start with the next series, and also want to touch on the modalities. The modalities are cardinal, fixed, and mutable. And these are part of your natal chart as well. And all the signs, all the 12 signs are going to be either cardinal, fixed, and mutable. So let's get on that. The cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. And cardinal signs are generally open to change. The emphasis is on action for cardinal signs. Tries to change environment, project self onto surroundings. They are the most assertive, the cardinal signs, the most interested in initiating change. Their mode of activity is to start new things. They easily begin things and respond well to new ideas. They are self-starters. Crisis motivates them. They achieve control by remaining one step ahead of everyone else. Aries seeks leadership and control in general. Cancer controls emotion, home, and family. Libra tries to control partnerships. Capricorn controls, uses, and exploits the material environment. For cardinal signs, things are always happening. This is usually because they are doing the starting. The 4 cardinal signs are at the first month of each season. Now the fixed signs are going to be Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So fixed signs, if you have your sign in a fixed sign, you'll be more resistant to change, single-minded in pursuits, not easily swayed, tries to mold environment to the will. Fixed signs are the most stable and self-contained. Their mode of activity is sort of passive, yet determined, unwavering, and even can be stubborn. Their strength is their consistency and loyalty. They follow things through to the end, managing and sustaining what has been started by the cardinal signs. They may go to denial in times of change. They are very resistant to change, needing to take time to prep themselves. They tend to be late. Taurus is just slow. Scorpio uses tardiness as a subtle power struggle. Leo enjoys making an entrance. Aquarius wants things on their own terms, late, but once there, they stay forever. The 4 fixed signs are at the middle month of each season. Now, lastly are the mutable signs: Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Mutable signs are changeable and flexible. Mentally explorative, there's an emphasis on intellectual activity, adaptable to their environment. Mutable signs are the most unstable and most open to influence by the environment. Their mode of activity is to make the transition from the old to the new, opening the way for the cardinal signs to begin a new cycle. They are infinitely flexible and tolerant. They find it naturally easy to let go, whereas cardinal signs begin new things and fixed signs sustain things. Mutable energy loosens structures and adapts it to new and changing conditions. With this territory comes mental worry. Mutable signs have many things going on in their heads rather than in tangible form. Many react by making lists. Some suffer from negative mental tension involving fear, paranoia, and panic attacks. In anticipating negative outcomes, they really suffer during the worry process. But their high adaptability always sees them through. Gemini is changing in its ideas. Virgo is dominated by its environment. Sagittarius has a continually changing view of life's possibilities. Pisces adapts itself superficially to its environment like a chameleon and reflects it like a mirror. Sometimes they can compromise so much that they sacrifice their own interests. The 4 mutable signs are at the final month of each season. So as you can see, the last video I brought out had all the elements. We talked about the elements, the signs in their particular elements, and how those signs are moved by their element, how they go through the world in that element. And the same thing goes now for the modalities. You can see how all these signs in their modalities, how they particularly move in the world in those particular modalities. So I wanted again to bring out a couple of more of these basics before we move on into the next series. And I hope that you have found this helpful, and I hope that you continue your journey learning about astrology, and that my channel is helpful and useful to you in understanding more about and through astrology, about yourself and others. And I'm excited to have you here for the next series, and I hope that you'll continue on. And these are some of the ways that we can learn some of the basics and have fun and enjoy astrology. And I hope that the next time you go out and you look up into the sky and into the stars, into the heavens, you see things in a different way, in a different light, and you understand better how these stars relate to us, how they guide us. And this goes back so far, so far. This is ancient. This is an ancient science. We can go back in archaeology and see where all these signs are placed in glyphs in different places in the world, and in different places throughout history, on the walls, on the floors, on the ceilings. They have astrology there. And there's great reason for that. It's because there's a lot of power in knowing about your stars and how they affect you. I want to bring out real quick this quote, another quote from Carl Jung. He says, "We are born at a given moment, in a given place, and like vintage years of wine, we have the quality of the year and the season in which we were born." I thought you might enjoy that quote. And please know that the stars are there to guide us and guide you, and that you are noble because you are made of those stars. Have a lovely day. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.